there, Mouseketeers! Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Today, we're checking out 10 construction projects currently happening at Disneyland.
So we better get going.
Come on into the parks with us.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure at your pirates, eh?
Make the jump to light speed.
Well, the wildest ride in the wilderness is taking a little break. They've closed the train for the fall in hopes of getting it back up and running for the winter.
This scheduled refurbishment is looking at several systems throughout the ride. There's scaffolding up around the loading station, and they seem to be working on the larger wooden tower looming over Lift Hill number 2.
They're surely checking all the steel tracks and safety mechanisms as well. Luckily, both Space Mountain and the Matterhorn are operational during this closure.
Over in Adventureland, Tarzan's Treehouse is still behind wraps.
It was not announced what work is exactly being done, but it wasn't that long ago that a couple of main planks on the bridge had to be replaced, and we wonder if they might be looking at woodwork on this project as well.
The tree needs occasional testing and upkeep. Leaves need to be replaced, paint and theming needs to get refreshed, and the lighting updated.
We look forward to walking around the treetops of Adventureland again real soon.
The secret path over behind the Harbor Galley is behind construction walls. Fowler's Harbor, which is named after the retired admiral who helped construct Disneyland, is currently closed.
For years it has served as a dock for both the sailing ship Columbia and the Mark Twain, and it was an easy-to-miss little path that offered some back views of the river and Splash Mountain, with just a table or two to enjoy your soup, bread bowl, and lobster rolls at.
Now we believe there will be a little path that goes down to a riverside seating area with a much larger capacity and 2 levels of seating that will be called Pelican Landing.
We wonder if that Pelican might be the Pelican from Finding Nemo, but we also wonder if this whole thing is part of the start of the New Orleans Square expansion as it creeps towards Critter Country.
Either way, we think this is going to be a wonderful spot to take in Disneyland crowds and magic.
Action on the rivers of America was spotted recently. A small section of the river was drained in order to allow access to some of the Fantasmic fountains and lighting.
Fantasmic probably won't be returning too soon.
Disney hasn't said that much about Fantasmic at all in the past year, but it's nice to know that they're working on the show systems.
Across the Esplanade at Paradise Bay, World of Color is still closed and having its show system worked on as well. It was announced that it will not be part of the winter holiday celebration at DCA.
Disney has said, though, that an updated World of Color production will be returning in 2022. We just have no idea when in 2022.
So we think that they're both working on the show system itself and updating the design of the show, but it's pretty easy to spot when World of Color is testing and there hasn't been any sightings.
We wish it was up by New Year's Eve so we could have New Year's Eve at Paradise Bay. Finding Nemo's submarine voyage is still behind construction walls that say it is going to resurface this coming winter.
It looks like the ride has been getting refurbishment and having its system tested and worked on.
Theming on the underwater adventure has been getting updated, painted, and cleaned, and we can't wait to see it all in its glory again.
It's Nemo!
Where? The Monorail has been seen and heard testing in the park for a couple of weeks now, but it has yet to announce an official opening date.
We think they might wait until the lagoon and the submarine voyage has had its work completed before opening the monorail. If you're up on that monorail platform, it does afford a view right into that work scene.
But it shouldn't be too long now. It's nice just to see the monorail pass by when testing. With its absence, it became noticeable just how much kinetic energy the delightful monorail adds to the Disneyland resort.
There are still some working walls up at the entrance to Tomorrowland, but the bulk of the work has not started yet for the construction of the 1967-inspired new entrance.
There is a lot of activity at this spot on the plaza. It's part of the parade route, and we have a lot of merrymaking to do this holiday season, so we think Disney, in its wisdom, might be waiting until the off-season to proceed.
Maybe in later January or February, we'll see just what the Imagineers have in mind for the new entrance.
Mickey's Toontown is still under major construction, with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway being built in the park. And it looks like the support structure for the lovely Toontown Hills are going back up, and it can't be too far behind that we should see some grass up there.
Of course, those hills complete the sightlines of Toontown, and they're going to block the view of the enormous building that will house the new ride, as well as offices and warehouse space.
The railway is not slated to open until 2023, and the construction has closed much of the shopping and dining in Toontown, though we do hope the whole town square gets a little refurb love with everything else. Rock Roger Rabbit is getting some updates too. Jessica Rabbit's role in the ride is being reimagined, and she's going to play a role similar to Eddie Valiant, Private Eye, who's the main character of the movie, but is not seen in the ride.
Jessica used to play the gangster-era damsel in distress on the ride, tied up and thrown into a trunk, but now she will be the one catching the bad guys as a private eye, tracking down the weasels, and stopping their dangerous, dippy deviousness.
We would like to see more of Roger and Jessica in the parks, and a costume change for Jessica seems appropriate. It'd be much cooler to have a meet and greet with Jessica as a face character in a trench coat than the mask and costume they use at the moment.
Well, that's it for today. We hope this is helpful as you are getting ready for your big trip to Disneyland.
We hope you have a wonderful day or evening or whenever you're joining us.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.
See you real soon.